Good morning, everybody. Look at that. That is going to be right there. The color's amazing. The sun's just starting to come up. Before the sun comes up, let's take a peek. All of my furrows are done. Hey, Whistle Stop. Hey, Grants. I got this all tilled up yesterday twice with that electric tiller. So I'm ready to go. We're going to be planting today some stuff. The sun is going to pop. It's supposed to be a beautiful day in the 70s. Check that out in about 10 minutes. That's going to be awesome. I have my COFFEE. Oh, thank you, Natty. Natty sent me a gift. Thank you. Appreciate it. A floating heart. There, now I finally have a heart. People will say I don't have a heart. That's not very nice of people to say, even though it's true. But good morning, everybody. It is Friday. It is Friday. I hope everybody can hear me okay. As soon as all right, Carol, Natty, Fairbricks. Wow, a whole bunch of people here. Once the sun does come up in probably 15 minutes and it's up and really kicking it, we are going to go down into the depths of Okies Eden, down into that area there where my asparagus are. I will bring the camera down there. If you looked at my community post last night, I have been soaking my the last 4 asparagus crowns. I have 2 little furrows left. Carol, I usually do a Friday evening live where I talk about our YouTube channel growth, like it's a garden. I call it our garden co-op, our YouTube garden co-op. But I'm not doing that tonight. My sunrise lives are impromptu. I look at the weather the night before and then keep my fingers crossed. Where if it looks like it's going to be a good sunrise, I'll come out 15-20 minutes before the sunrise, and if it looks like it's going to be a popping sunrise, I'll come out and get set up. If it's too cloudy, I don't. But usually Friday evenings, 4 to 6 p.m. is when I do that Grow Your YouTube channel live. But like I said, there's been so many issues with comments and stuff, and there's been a lot of glitches and stuff, and the thing shut down the other day, and I'm just going to wait till next Friday. I don't want to get into a conversation talking about something because I get so many comments from people that have been on YouTube for a while that offer their advice and stuff, and it's some really good advice, and I don't want to get on a live and have them get frustrated trying to post and have it, not post, and that just becomes frustrating. And it's one of those important, I consider it an important live. So this here is just me enjoying the sunrise. This is what I do every morning, whether I tape it or not. I come out here with my motion lotion, my coffee, and I watch the sunrise. Hey, Missy. Oh, thank you. Lento sent me a gift. Thank you, Lento. I appreciate that. So welcome in, everybody. It is really starting to come up now. If you look there, that is going to be a glowing ball of fire. It's poking through the trees now. So probably by 7:15, I'll walk the camera and the tripod down into the garden down there. I'll throw in those asparagus crowns real quick and plant them on camera. And then if you're patient, I'm going to walk around to the subscriber garden, set the camera up there. And then Mural from Hearth and Home sent me some Calypso beans, seeds, and I've had those soaking and then in a wet paper towel overnight, damp paper towel overnight. I have a dozen of those to plant, and then I will set her. Somebody just sent something laughing, so I just caught that. I was looking away. And then I'll plant those dozen Calypso beans, and I'll poke the placard with her post in the ground. Um, we're supposed to be 75 all next 75 all next week, 50s at night. So I'm going to get them in the ground. If we do get a frost in late March, anything I planted, I'll just cover with some tarp. So I'm not worried about it. And she sent me so many Calypso bean seeds that even if something happens and I lose them, I'll just plant 12 more. But I'm trying to get an early start. I do this every year. This is me being impatient. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? It is Friday. Mural's going to do yard work. Yep, I'm going to be out in the garden all day. Really enjoying that. I'm going to go up to the nursery up the road. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, welcome, Ann Lane. South Dakota, staying warm. If you don't mind me asking, Ann, what is the temperature in South Dakota right now? Today it's supposed to be 75 degrees. It's 50 right now. I'm painting a practice seascape on a cheap canvas panel. Well, if you're going to practice, that's probably best to do it on a cheap canvas panel. A lot of people are taking up painting. I don't know if you're just starting, CL, but a lot of people are taking up painting. And I used to paint and, a little bit just toying around with it, but painting is very relaxing. I'm watching a lot of people that do, I know JC does it a lot now. She does the earrings out of that, the epoxy stuff. And then a lot of people are doing resin. And a lot of people are doing the carvings with the Dremel tools. I'm really thinking about getting into one of those just because I don't have enough going on in my life. I want to pick up another one. Yes, Grant. Yeah, that is beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so let me do this. Got to get my coffee mug in there. That will be a thumbnail at some point. Look at that. I'm heating my coffee, guys. My coffee got cold out here, so I'm just going to heat it up a little bit. Just give me a second. Oh, yeah, it's boiling now. Got to keep your coffee hot. Oh, Natty, you're not going to believe this. Ah, Natty. Natty's not going to believe this. She used to do t-shirts. She used to do the sublimation and all that stuff. She used to make the t-shirts. I'm contacting the company. I'm glad I did not go with them. It only got worse. My wife was going to wear her Okies Eden shirt to work today. She's told me she's going to go represent. That's right. She's going to represent. She's going to represent me down in Texas. Anyways, she washed her shirt. Now we have to use that what is it, the all pods, that is the hypoallergenic or allergenic, whatever, because if we use anything with any kind of colors or scents in them, it makes her break out. So we get the stuff that's got nothing in it. Very mild. She washed it inside out. It's faded to about half of what it was. We checked it to my shirt today. After one wash, and I've had the shirts now for a week and a half setting there. She hasn't even worn it yet. A shirt that has the stuff sublimation done on it should not fade halfway after one wash. I could not believe it. So I'm going to contact them today and just let them know that I'm not a very pleased customer and they don't need to expect any return business. So that's why I'm glad I only went with 2, because that's why I do things like that, because I'm I'm old enough to know you get test samples first. Um, yeah, I'm gonna definitely contact them today because it's ridiculous. It's the first day she wore it. She washed it the other day to wear it today. She was excited to wear it, and it's all faded. I can't believe it. The colors are just dull. We laid them on the bed next to each other, and it's crazy. I'm gonna leave them a bad review because number one, it was 4 weeks instead of 1 to 2. They wouldn't answer their phone, wouldn't answer their emails. I had to go up there in person, and then it faded. I'm just, I'm so glad I didn't release that onto my web page or my face or my YouTube page and had people buy it. I'm so glad. Yeah, the first time though, first wash, I can't even believe it. I will be right back, everybody. Sorry about that, everybody. Look at that sunrise. That is just absolutely beautiful. I have my asparagus. I'm just going to walk down real quick to the garden and put these down there. So once this is up a little higher in the sky, I'm going to plant the asparagus crowns. Much more. All right, all right, all right. Whew. Well, Natty, typically the view follows me. No matter where I go, the view just brightens and gets better every single time. It's the curse. It's the Okies curse. I'm almost, yeah, I am about 60. I'm not going to walk towards the light. If I walk towards the light, it might be over for me. So that baby's a popping. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off the power cord here from the, sorry for the shaking. I'm removing the power cord from the base of the tripod. Come on. Come on, Oki, you can do this. You're a skilled gardener. You have the hands of a surgeon. Hey, JC. Okay, here we go, everybody. Let's do this. Let's go down to the garden, if you don't mind. If I don't trip and fall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There goes Speed Racer. Watch her. Here goes Speed Racer. She goes to work in a cloud of dust in a mighty high-ho silver in the old purple truck. Look at that. I'm a bachelor for the day. Look at that. She's going to work and I'm going to play in the dirt. So anyways, what I did yesterday is now this is the time of year I always look forward to. It's so exciting to me. I know other people might not get that, but I got in here and tilled this all up yesterday. And then you saw me plant my asparagus the other day. That's my other part. That's my asparagus patch from last year. This year I can actually harvest these. Those are now 3 years old. These are the crowns that Foraging and Urban Farming sent me. That's right. Exactly, Natty. And then I have 2 furrows left here that I didn't have enough for. So I went to Tractor Supply yesterday. Oh, and coming up, I'm going to have my irrigation method I'm going to be using. I've been thinking about all winter and figuring out. So you're going to be seeing that. So let's get this. Let me get a good spot here where I can get this turned down. I removed the tarp. So what I have is 1 furrow, 2 furrow. This furrow here is not a furrow to grow. This is for drainage. That runs all the way up there. So if it does get a heavy rain, this is all tilted that way. And then these won't get waterlogged as new plants. It's just something I do. Just a little something the Okie Meister does. See a spider crawling where I'm going to be working. You better get out of there. Anyways, you probably won't hear me for a second, but let me see if I can bring this down a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. That shall work. Okay. I got my compost. I got my little $1 Dollar General special. These things are awesome. And then I just come in, and I got to be careful here. This is where the ants have been. I'm just going to rough this up a little bit. Just like that. And then this is my compost from last year. I make a hump of compost. All right. I rough that up. That'll give the roots a chance to get in some nice loose soil. And I'll put some of my compost in there. Okay. Gonna take my gloves off so I can actually get a feel for what I'm doing with the crowns here. So asparagus crowns, I soak these in warm water, and then they were in a nice damp paper towel at night, all night. So here's the crown. And then here's all the roots. And what you try to do is very carefully splay these out, kind of like octopus legs, or whatever those things are, tentacles, I guess. Kind of like as best you can. And then you kind of poke it down on top of the lump. You make a little hump there so it keeps it above the legs or the roots or whatever you want to call them. There's the crown. You always want to soak them because when you get them they could be dry and brittle. Just kind of separating the legs like that. And I'll just poke that down on top like that. And then I'm just going to come in and I'm going to roll my dirt over the top. Just like so. That'll have 3 or 4 inches of soil on it. One second. Un momento, por favor. Got to make sure I mark it with my stakes. Did somebody say steak? But anyways, okay, this one's got a lot of tentacles. Look at this. These are kind of creepy looking. Kind of like you're playing with a spider. And I just kind of poke it down on top and I get the legs to splay out a little bit. Oh, this is just a tiny little baby one. Aw, look at that, so cute. Let's poke that down on that old dirt. There's my damp paper towels. Then I'm just going to cover. And before I finish covering, I'll come in and poke a stake over it. Somebody say steak. And then I'll bring this in here because that's part of the furrow. And there you have it. Straight from the heart. Look at that. Okay. They sent me, I think, oh, let's see. So those are now in the ground. And then I'm going to remove these in a few minutes because it's warm enough out now. I'm not worried about frost. It's supposed to be 75 high, like 54 low during the next 7 to 10 days. So I'll come out and put some water on these in a little while. So I got my 4 crowns there. Foraging and Urban Farming sent me, I think, 5, what is that, 15, 17. I think they sent me 17 approximately of the asparagus crowns. So that would give me, I think I planted 8 over there. So that would give me 8 and 4 is 12. 12 and what did I say? 19? Did I say 19? 17? So right now I have 29 asparagus crowns, at least, in this little section here. 29. If you haven't seen it, I built my little box there out of my spare. I have 4. I made a box. That is for branches, grass clippings, hay clippings that's left over, leaves as I rake them up. And then I'll throw some clippings in there. I'll throw like banana peels and stuff in there, any of the bigger stuff. And then that, yes, asparagus wrapped in bacon. I am going to be doing that, definitely. So there you have it, everybody. I got my little trench dug. I have 19, 20, 19 and 4, 23, actually, I'm sorry, 23 and 8 is 31. I have 31. I can't do math today. I can't do math any day, let's just be honest. So, like I said, when I'm done with the live, these will come up. I'll get in and pick up any of the weeds around there. I'll come out and water this. I have my fence. Now that I'm all done, I got this all tilled up here. I'm going to be able to come back and put my posts in today and put my fence up. And that's going to be the barrier between the asparagus and my pole beans, and then I can start planting my pole beans probably in a week or two. But we've been busy. I mean, we worked from 5 a.m. most of the day out here, got all of my garden tilled. Probably get a better view now, but you can see here's all my furrows. All of my potato furrows are in both sides. Booyah. Boo to the yah. I'm psyched about that. And then here's my walkway in and out of the garden. And then, are you kidding me, Jeremy? Good golly, Miss Molly, sweet fancy Moses. Oh, let's go check my concrete work here. Today it's been 24 hours approximately, almost. In Oklahoma time, it's 24 hours. Time runs faster in Oklahoma, in case you didn't know. But I come over today, take my braces off. This is, see how sturdy this is? I have 30 pounds of concrete in each hole. So that's all set to go. That gate, this gate here, these posts, the posts, an 8-foot 4x4 pressure treated, was left here when I bought the house. So the concrete, I believe, cost me $4 for the bag. I got the Sackcrete quick try. So my fence gate posts, basically $4. $4 out the door. That's why I try to do things very frugally here at the garden. But a better shot here, you can see these are all my potato furrows. Those are my potato furrows. By my count, I should be able to put 125 potato plants in here. And then let me show you this. The reason, so you can see I've left a gap. This whole gap here is like 2 to 3 feet. That way I can come in here and use this for staging and working. And then here and here, I'm going to do another 4-foot fence. I'll have excess left over, and I'll do more pole beans here. And then these 2 A-frames I'm going to set today. Hopefully, if I get to it. This A-frame here will get pulled up next to that one, and then I'll secure them better. So when we get to windy weather, we'll get 60, 80 mile an hour winds. I'll stake those down, get my weed paper underneath. That's going to be, I think, somebody sent me, was it K and Mac project? I think it was K and Mac. Socks, I think is his nickname. Sent me some of those yellow melon seeds. So I'm going to try some of those right here. And then I have the rest of my potato furrows here. So I got 12 potato furrows. And you can see I'm down about anywhere from 10 to 12 inches in the dirt. Then I'll plant, cover. And then I have my walkway right here. You can see my footprints. My walkway. And I'll walk right over here. And then you can see this is my, let me get a better shot. I hope I'm not making anybody motion sick here. My back to Eden. So that's what I planned on doing was I'm going to be planting hibiscus. I have a couple of the marigolds inside that are planted from Shannon and Misty. They're growing inside. They're actually sprouting, so hopefully they'll take. They'll be out here. And then underneath there is my back to Eden. The leaves and grass and everything is decomposing under there. I'm sure Jay is. Yeah, that's great. Purpose, man. That's why yesterday I picked up 10 more pallets. This here is the corner. I'm going to put weed paper, and I want to get some of that brownstone like they have in the Southwest. And then this will be my cooking area when I do my farm to garden or farm to table cooking at the garden this year in the summer. Oh, oh, Jay, I'm sorry. Okay. And then there's my potato tower. Well, while we're here, since it's so warm out, there's my tarps. I got to get some water on that. I'll bring my little watering can out here in a little bit, and I will put some water on my potato tower. I wouldn't doubt in about a week or two you'll see sprouts there. Today, after the live, I'm going to come out, dig up the rest of my dirt here. I'm going to put down my next tarp, and then this here is all going to be the black and white pumpkins that Mural sent me from Hearth and Home. I'll plant those in 2 to 3 weeks, and then I'll try to get some early pumpkins. They're going to be the black and white ones. One's a Casper, and one is the Black Knight, I think it is, or something like that. And then I'll put a tarp here, and then I don't have to worry about weeds. They can grow right off onto the tarp, and I can have them all located right in that area. And then last but not least, if you guys give me 2 seconds, let me get this so it's out of the, so I'm not in the shade here. Give me a couple seconds here. Let me go. I'm going to go grab the Calypso seeds and my little hammer. All right, if you guys can bear with me for a second. There's my metal bar for when I start digging holes. I got my hammer. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, I'd hammer all over this land. And then if I do this, Okies Eden is a steel driving man. You guys let that marinate for a minute while I go in and get my Calypso beans. I'll be right back. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, Hearth and Home placard, check. Calypso seeds, check. Okie to plant them, check. And so this is going to be where I planned to plant the Calypso beans from Hearth and Home. This has been composted soil. What I'm going to do is that's what this, if you don't have like a 10 or 20 pound weighted bar, you need to get one, because these are great for stakes and posts and stuff. And then all I have to do is I'll take the post. I'm going to get a longer post for hers. This is just something I had. And then I'll just take my hammer, my dead blow hammer here, And if you don't know what a dead blow hammer is, that is a dead blow hammer. I got that for 50 cents at a garage sale. You hear it? Typically what it has is it has weights, little weights in here that shifts back and forth. It's made out of a heavy duty vinyl or plastic or something. So when you hit something, all of the weight from the back, as you hit it, it shifts, throws all the weight forward to help give you an extra hit. So that's science. Inertia, I believe, is what they would call it. So what I'm going to do, just coming in here, I got a dozen seeds. So uno momento, por favor. I'll be right back. I think my wife just left me a subtle message. I went to go in the front door. She locked it on me. She knows I'm out here. I literally kissed her goodbye. I had to go use the back door where I've been doing the live from. We have an 80-pound dog. I'm outside here around the house, and she locks the door on me. What in the world is going on? No respect. Okies Eden gets no respect. So all I'm doing is I'm just breaking the soil up a little bit. Nothing fancy. I just like to give the roots a good chance to get a start in life. Now I'm leaving a foot gap around because, like I said, this will have a border, a wood border all around the base. But I can come in with my little handheld cultivator now, the little battery operated one. And I can come in and bop around inside here. I'm going to be making up some things to put in bags to label what's in each part of the garden, so I don't forget this year. I planted 3 types of potatoes last year, and I just broke the stake off. That's good. And let's just say I didn't know what kind of potato I had until I started digging them up. Okay. So what I did was I soaked these in warm water for about an hour or 2 last night. I don't know what my struggle is this morning. There they are. And there are my Calypso. Hopefully you can see those. Those are my Calypso bean seeds. So what I'm going to do is, I got 12. So I'm going to go a few inches apart. I've looked these up ad nauseum, and everybody kind of gives you, oh, plant them this deep, plant them this far apart, do this, do that. So I'm just going with how I normally plant. So I'm about 3-4 inches apart. That'll be fine. I've never grown Calypso beans. I'm excited about these. And now I'll just come back in, cover them up very, very gently with my beautiful Oklahoma composted soil. And I have some red yarn. I'll probably come in and put a, yes, I like playing in the dirt. Yes, I have a problem. So there you have it. Straight from the heart. There's 12 Calypso beans planted. I will get my watering can and hey Hobie, and I'll water those in a little bit. But there we have it, Hearth and Home. Hearth and Home has the designation of being the first ones planted in the subscriber garden. It's not anything, it's not favoritism or nothing. It's just something I know they're going to take 3 to 4 weeks before they start to pop. And I want to get them in early. So let's sneak over here real quick. Let's see what Goofy's up to. Oh, there she is. Lexi. So this is our rescue dog. Oh, she is full of vim and vigor. Let me see here. What are you doing? Where's your ball? Lexi, go get your ball. Where in the world is your ball? Oh, there it is. We take these. We buy these, the ball with the nubs on them. And she chews the nubs off. Yeah, I know. Watch out. Okay, here we go. Ready to see a dog freak out. See, now she's all excited. Lexi, Lexi, Lexi. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, what is that? Ready? Ready? Go get it. Don't hit. Go get it. Get it. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Get the ball. Go get it, dummy. Get it. It's great rescuing a dog, but you don't always get the smartest of the bunch. You turn this way. Ready? Ready? Lexi. Lexi. Oh, she sees a, uh-oh, here comes a tractor. They're going to be doing something today. Oh, they're collecting brush. There goes the tractor. They've been going around lately and getting up a lot of the dead brush because we had those fires here the last couple of years. Ready? Lexi, ready? Go get it. There she goes in a cloud of dust and a, what are you doing? Yeah, I know you want me to pet you, but go get the ball. Oh my goodness, go get the ball. Go get it. Go get the ball. No, this is an area we live in, the town we live in, because it's very heavily wooded here and hay fields. That's it's part of this part of the property is owned by that golf course I always talk about. Stop licking my ear. Shouldn't have to say that to a dog, but and it's just they're just doing fire suppression kind of stuff. My goodness, dog. I don't know who's training who. I don't know if she's training me to go fetch the ball or I'm training her, but it seems like I fetch it more than she does. Hey, Asia. Ready? 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 Go get it. There she goes. There she goes. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Lexi, give me the ball. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Ready? Well, anyways. she's not gonna play much more. But well, everybody, I want to thank you guys for being here. We planted calypsos. We planted some asparagus crowns. We watched the sunrise together. We drank coffee together. We watched my wife lock me out of the house together. It is warming up very quickly, so I'm going to go get my work shorts on and get out in the garden here. And actually this morning, in a few minutes, as soon as she opens, I'm going up to we have a lady that has a YouTube channel. I'm going to ask her today if I can post her YouTube channel. She's not active on it, but she's a she's a garden nursery. So that's where I get some of my stuff. So I'm going to see if she has, I think she has green onions up there. I want to go get 20 or 30 of those and get them planted, because I can always cover those if we get a frost. And what I do with my onions are, since my wife doesn't like onions as much as I do, she likes them if they're cooked in a dish, but she doesn't like them raw. She doesn't like them on a sandwich. She doesn't like them on hot dogs, things like that. She'll eat them if they're in chili or some kind of a casserole and blend it in. But I like them just raw. So what I do is, if I get 30 or 40 onions, I bring them in, I clean them up, I chop them all the same day. I put them in freezer bags. I put them in the freezer and use them as I want them in my eggs. And if I want them, on top of a hamburger where I can caramelize them, and then I can put them in a dish. And that way, I don't have to, worry about storing them or anything. I just put them in the freezer. And then if I want the green onion tops, what I do is I'll keep some of them, put them in water, or go to the grocery store every once in a while and just keep them in water on the windowsill. And you can get clippings from those 5, 6, 7 times. They'll regrow. So they'll last you a month or two on the windowsill in water. And then you can just keep putting them on your eggs or using them as a garnish or whatever. But thanks for everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise. We will probably see you Tuesday, and we're going to be planting potatoes that I have them sprouted inside. I split them in half last night so they scab over. And so what we're going to do is we're going to plant 2 rows of potatoes Tuesday. So hope you guys will see me then, and we'll have some time playing in the dirt. Everybody have a great day. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. I will see you next week.